Hello. I'm not dying, you're dying. Hi everyone, how are we? Hope we're doing well. Is the sound stuttering? It better fudging not be stuttering. It better not be stuttering. If it's fine now, then it's fine. It might be the intro. It's fine. Yes!
The King of Clowns, leave the stage at once.
Mecha over here, MVP. How are we doing, everyone? Volvent, Mecha, how are things? How are we on this fine Tuesday? It's not a fine Tuesday. That's a lie. It's a dreary, dull, bad Tuesday. I don't want to be here. I mean, I want to be here, but like, I don't want to be here. You know what I mean? Anyway. We're going to do more questing today. Because what the fudge else am I going to do in my Final Fantasy? You know? But Mecha, how are you? Velvet, how are you? Hope you're both doing very well. I am so tired. Like, my eyes are actually, like, wanting to close, and I think it's because I've got the ring light on, and I'm seriously debating just turning off the fudging light and camera, so I'm not staring into a fudging gigantic light source. If I'm being completely honest. Your side stream is lagging? That sounds like a you problem. No, I won't have anime J. Because fudging wouldn't be able to detect with the camera anyway if I don't have light. Like, you want to see how dark it is without light? Fudging, nothing is going to get detected. Nothing is going to get detected. So if that's off, everything's off, you know? Here's how it played out. Okay, I'm here. I'm with you, Mecha. I'm with you, Mecha. Okay, we're ready. Chat, we ready to see what Mecha has to say? Because it's going to be very important. Because everything that Mecha says is important. Because Mecha is important. You're welcome? I guess you're welcome. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm sorry. I didn't plan for stream today. I mean, I never plan for stream any day, but like sometimes I at least have something to talk about. I don't. Although I do have my stamp for work now, which I might have mentioned earlier. But like now that I'm a lawyer, I have officially got a stamp that says I'm a lawyer, so I can stamp documents when I'm signing them, and it says my name, a lawyer, under the legal profession uniform rules, and it's very cool. That is really all I have to say on the matter. You learned a new thing today? What did you learn? I want to know. Reveal the learnedness. That makes no sense. My brain is off. Trees. No, duh. Like, yeah, they do. What did you do? Run into a tree? Fall from the sky? Didn't open a parachute? Like, what? I legit cannot think of what it could possibly be. Oh, shoot. Do I have another Aether Compass thing? I do. Okay, it's all the way to the south, though. Actually, that's really close to our quest, maybe. How do I... Am I just meant to, like... I feel like I'm meant to be on top, but I'm trying to work out how to get on top. I took fall damage from that tiny fall. Are you joking? I'm sorry, what? Ooh, that's not great. That's not great, Volvent. Are you planning on seeing a dentist or something? Because that would be the smart move. You did. Good. As you should. Good as you should, that rhymes. Now the question is this... Oh, it's a cave. The quest is Matoya's cave, so I'm actually meant to go in the cave. To the west. Oh, shoot. Don't tell me it's up there. If it's up there, I can't get it. The world is 3D. Yes, it is. You're playing Star Wars? Okay, I'm with you. You want to play a gambler risking as a tax accountant? Oh my god, I love it. Okay. Speak to raisins high cunning. The raisin in particular can only speak through vocalizers, so you need to sound like a bot. You got a voice chamber, but want to turn it on and off with a hotkey. But the keyboard was too old for the hotkeys, so you got your dead keyboard out. So now you can sound like Kylo with the click. I love that, and I'm so insanely jealous. That's so cool, Mecha. 500 characters is not a lot for storytelling. It really isn't. I write short stories, and the amount of times that my Discord has been like, that's too many letters. Too many characters. You can't do that. It's very upsetting. Shoot. Okay, well, I guess I'm fighting some enemies. The game won't let me do the things. You're gonna pass out soon. Go get some rest, Volvan. Go rest. Go. Grab the Aether Current. Soon we'll be able to fly, chat. No more nearby currents. We have 2 quests left before we get the flying ability. Also, I have. You have. You have what? Is the entrance. You seem unconvinced, Mimily. Well, that will only add to the surprise. A word of warning before we proceed. Stubborn geniuses make poor hosts, and time will have done naught to improve my master's temperament. Doubt not but that there will be sentinels and traps both to deter unwanted guests, but we will not be deterred, will we? Touch the wall yonder, you want to have your weapon at hand. Clicky clacky keyboard again, it sounds nice the first time ever. Mechanical key, okay. So, as a streamer, having a mechanical keyboard is both a blessing and a curse. It's a blessing because, my god, I love the clicky clacks. They're so good. Clicky, 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 clicky. So clicky. But as a streamer, it's annoying for literally everyone listening who doesn't like mechanical keyboards because they're like, I don't want to hear your keys, Mr. Streamer. And it's like, well, shut the fudge up. Some of us do want to hear the clicky clacks. Anyway, that is all. Fake clack supremacy. I agree, but it's like a lot of people don't want to hear it. Which is very sad. I love how this spell comes with a stun. So I'm casting it, blinding everyone at the same time as I'm stunning everything. You need to press very slowly at a delay so the clack doesn't arrive first. Yeah, see that's the annoying thing, isn't it? It really is. Is this a level 59 quest? Oh no, it is a level 59 quest. Okay, well, Black Mage time, I guess. Those sentinels may suffice to discourage the average trespasser, but not the warrior of light. The way should now be clear. Come, let us go and see my master. Hey, look, it's okay to have a differing opinion. If people don't like the clicky clacks, that's fine. I don't blame them, because clicky clacks can get annoying. At a few seconds ago, so you can auto edit the sound file to remove the first second and last second.
To enter without knocking. The youth of today, no manners at all.
Wait, what are you trying to edit? I'm... Peachy! 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 I don't know why I did that, I'm so sorry. How you doing, Peachy? I hope you're doing well. What is up? What the fudge? Yeah, I don't know what I did. Look, listen, we don't need to talk about it. We don't need to discuss it, okay? We can just move on and never, yep. You're okay. I'm so mentally exhausted. That's it. I'm so mentally exhausted. Anyway, back to what I was saying, Mecha. You want to auto-edit the sound file. What do you mean like edit to get rid of the click, so whatever you say, there's no click? Wouldn't that be like a fudging noise gate or something to start off with? Or like a noise activation threshold? Yeah. Couldn't you... I'm sure you could do like a noise suppression or noise gate or attack timer, or... I don't know what it's called, but there's like a thing. There's a thing where it can just delay like the first thing of your message. My brain's not working today. I'm sorry. I tried. Who the fudge are you? It's okay, it's Monday. It's a Tuesday here.
Though we neglected to knock, we did create something of a commotion. I had hoped that would suffice.
Heavy-handed as ever, I see. And still not a hint of grace. Some things never change.
Is that an insult at our girl, you stole her?
To give credit where credit is due, I learned from the best. It has been too long, Master Matoya.
Indeed it has. Oh, it's good to see you again, my girl. And with your fiery spirit unquenched. But look at you.
Hey, you
all
better not
grown
touch
up and
Peachy.
womanly.
You better not turn Peachy into alcohol, okay? Even though you lost your unemployment income? No. You're not going to lose your insurance? Yay! You're going to get food stamps? Yay! 291 USD a month that can only be spent on groceries. I mean, that's something. That's something, Mecca. That's something. And I hope that you'll be okay. Even though the losing the unemployment income is fudging rough.
The one there in the fancy duds. That's Louis Soir's granddaughter, I take it?
Grandson. I understand they're twins and it's difficult to tell them apart.
Grandson, begging your pardons. You knew my grandfather, my lady.
Knew him? Ha! We were constantly at each other's throats.
Oh.
Like rabid dogs we were. Oh, he was a stubborn bugger, was your grandfather. Never a dull moment when he was around, though, I'll give him that. As for you, boy, I've known you since you were a rosy-cheeked babe at the teat.
You have?
And my sister too, I gather. May I say what an honor it is to meet you again, my lady?
I find that so weird. It's like, oh, it's an honor to meet you again. I don't even know who you are. So good to see you. Who the hell are you? It's been so long. I don't like that you know me and the reverse is not true. Like...
Spare me the hollow pleasantries, boy.
Yeah, dang right. Yeah, every family reunion,
you didn't
literally.
Come to a forgotten corner of Eorzea to flirt with a wrinkly old woman. Now out with it. What is it you need of me?
Oh, she got grumpy real quick. But yeah, no, every family reunion is like, oh my god, I remember seeing you when such a young boy. And I'm like, yes. Mm-hmm. You need to flirt with fate and make tea to drink in front of the keyboard back to the... Oh, right. I see what you mean. Make tea that you can drink in front of the keyboard and spill it on the same keyboard that you actually spilled your tea on ages ago. I have water here that I am definitely going to spill on my keyboard because I keep forgetting, hey, AJ, get yourself a bottle so you don't spill it everywhere. But I like my cold water in the glass. Huh. I don't know what I'm saying. My eyes are like so tired. I want to close them and go to bed. I want to nap. I want to sleep.
Azizla. I never thought I'd hear that name again.
Well, you have.
You are familiar with it.
As familiar
I
as
just
one
got
can
it.
get
I'm
from
not gonna go
poring
to sleep,
over
Peachy.
musty old
It's
tomes.
not even 7.
The Alagons set the Isle afloat not long before the sun set on their empire.
Not allowed.
Swa and I
Okay.
often talked about it.
I will stay up for you. Just for you,
The place
Peachy.
is home to a research facility dedicated to finding ways of mastering mighty beings, such as primals and dragons, and find ways
Hug.
to
Hell yeah.
Such secrets as lie buried on Azizla aren't fit to see the light of day. And now you tell me a band of dragon-baiting primal botherers are trying to dig them up?
Yes, I believe that's exactly what we're telling you.
Indeed. And to make matters worse, the Ascians have a hand in their plot. They must be stopped, no matter the cost.
I see. Very well.
Fine, if I have to help, I will, just for you.
You will help us then? Truly? I had not anticipated such an impassioned response. Could it be that the presence of young blood has stirred your own?
Ah, some things never change. One day that pertness is going to cost you your tail, my girl. Don't say I didn't warn you.
Oh my god, chat. She's foreshadowing that Ishtola is going to lose her tail in a coming cinematic. I'm calling it now. I have no idea. Please do not tell me if it happens. I don't want to know. I'm just making a meme. It's a joke, okay? It's a joke. But what if it did happen? Oh my god, look at that froggo. Look at him frog go. Anyway. Aether current. You love that tree? There was a tree in my primary school that I loved so much, and then I cut it down, and I'm very
50 years
sad.
ago,
I still haven't
shortly
forgiven
after
them.
Garlemald had brought all of Ilsabard under its rule.
It was a big fudging tree. Like a big tree. Anyway, we're getting exposition now, chat. So I'm going to need everyone to shut up and listen carefully. No, I'm kidding. You don't have to shut up. You guys don't talk. You type. It's fine. You're not a distraction. You will not be so loud as to prevent me from listening, because that's not how text works. Therefore, you guys keep typing. I'm going to shut up and listen to the exposition. Yes, that's what I meant to say. You go to bed, Volvent, because you need a fudging sleep. You need to sleep. Go to bed. 50 years ago, after Galamon brought all of Ilsabard under its rule. Okay, we're caught up.
With a threat of invasion, the
Once I complete all these minigames, you'll never have to hear this music ever again. Like, literally never again.
I was tasked with developing an etheric converger.
Cat, thank you so much for the Prime sub. I appreciate it. One whole fudging year, Cat. It's been a whole fudging year of subs. Fudging 1 year. Hi, how are you? How are you doing? How are things? A year, Cat, a year. How are we gonna celebrate? Are we gonna celebrate by, you're asleep? That's a bad celebration. Shame on you. No, you go get some rest. You go sleep. Did you just stop by to sub and be like, "Oi, AJ, it's been a year," and then now you're gonna go to sleep? Because fair. I understand entirely. Go to sleep. Thank you for the sub. I appreciate it. Also, I love how I'm like, okay, everyone shut up, I'm reading, and then the very first thing that happens is a sub notification. We take a nice nap. Go take your nap at 2 a.m. Approximately, give or take. I don't know time zones. What time zone are you in, Cat? Is it 2 a.m. or is it 4 a.m.? There's a right smack bab in the middle at 5 a.m. I'd ask why you're awake, but you're clearly awake for school. Except you're going to take a nap, so you're clearly not going to school? Oh, fudging no. You do you, Cat. You do you, you little weirdo, you. School is over. Oh! Is it holidays? Summertime. Oh, I don't fudging know. Do I look like an American? Actually, don't answer that. I don't want to know if I look like an American. I better not look like an American. I definitely don't sound like one, and you know what? That's a victory. That's a victory.
Ah, yes. A device which draws in ether and concentrates it to produce a destructive force.
No. Good. That's what I want to hear.
But as my research neared its end, it was denounced by the Forum, who claimed that my device was more likely to destroy us than our enemies.
Well, I should hope so. The British did settle in Australia and steal the land from the actual owners, but that's not the point. Volvent, first of all, thank you for the bits. I appreciate it. Secondly, go the fudge to sleep! Go to sleep! That's not a compliment. Okay, just because you people in America hate the British, doesn't mean that, we do. Listen, the British are great, okay? I got nothing against the Brit. Okay, that's a lie. I don't like the king. But I don't know if anyone does like the king. You never said you hate. No, but you're saying that Americans are better than Britain, and I'm saying I disagree. Which part of the British is great? That they're not American. No, I'm sorry, that's mean and also not true. The fact that I was gonna say the Queen and the royal family just because like Kate and William are cool, but the Queen's dead now, which is really sad, and we have the stupid king instead, and I don't like the king that much. They have the Commonwealth Games, they're pretty cool. I'm not a big sport person, but the Commonwealth Games is pretty neat. I have some great British friends as well, they're pretty cool. Actually, how many British friends do I have? There are a couple of viewers. I don't know if they're like here now, but I've got a couple of viewers and I have one friend. Volvet, not everything is about alcohol. What else? What else is cool about Britain? I think their flag is cool looking, and that's not at all because I'm biased because their flag is in the Australian flag. That's about all I've got, Mecca. That's it. That's all I got. You didn't say you prefer Americans very much. You don't like America, actually. No, I know this, Kat, but my point is you said I'm more British than American, and then you said that's not a compliment. So I'm trying to work out where the insult is. Mecca, what's bunting, Mecca? I don't know what that means. With the side of royal propaganda. Long live the dead queen. Oh. Not an insult, you're just overtired. Okay, well, let's just all agree that we are very confused. Just not a compliment. I'm taking that as a compliment. I don't know why, but I am, so... There's tiny flags and strings I put across the street for parades, I think. Oh. Yep. But to be fair, Mecca, if I was to turn the question around and say, what do I like about America? I'd be like, well, I got a few friends. The food's pretty good. They've got pretty decent, fair use laws for copyright purposes. And that'd be about it. They spent slavery and colonization. Yes. See, that is why I said that's about it at the end of the thing, because I was like, there's a lot about Britain that is not great. But then, as you also rightfully pointed out, America's not much better. They just lacked the colonization spread. They just lacked the spread of colonization. They still had the other bad stuff. I mean, to be fair, a lot of countries do. Like, you know, America ended slavery via a bloody war. I don't think that's a compliment. Just saying. War bad. Slavery bad and war bad. But many places got rid of slavery without war. We're getting into very uncomfortable territories that I, A, do not know much about because I don't know much history and stuff. And B, I don't want to say anything I regret. England is more transphobic than California, but... Oh, okay. For a moment, I thought California was the super transphobic American state. And I was about to, like, flip if England was worse than that. No, and then you said, but less transphobic than Florida. And I was like, oh, yeah, Florida's the transphobic one. Sorry, I'm laughing. It's not funny. It's really fudging sad and horrible and fudging depressing and messed the fudge up. But, you know, you don't blame me, you don't know all the Aussie states. We have 7 of them. We've got... Hold on. Now I'm making sure we do have 7. We have 8. Western Australia, Northern Territory, Southern Australia, Queensland, New South Wales, Victoria, Tasmania, and Australian Capital Territory. We do have 8. I always forget to count the ACT. Translated person is very funny. It's so sad and depressing. Like, why the fudge? What is wrong with America being backwards and not being able to accept people for who they are? Most American sites are a rock, or we did something to a rock, sometimes a building, that's about... Look, I can't speak. Our biggest fudging landmark in Australia is quite literally Uluru. a giant rock. Having said that, though, it does have really big significance to the native indigenous people. So I can't bash on it because it has great significance. But when we're comparing American sites being rocks, Australia also has a rock. So our government's too old and like, literally. It's fudging despicable, Mecca. Most Americans just want to do their own things. Clearly fudging not, because most Americans voted for fudging Trump and are looking to do it again. But we don't need to discuss that because I don't want to go into that conversation right now. People need to... But okay, here's another thing that I feel like is probably really important to say and point out. I don't feel like in this current day and age with what's going on in the world right now, like in everywhere in the world, I don't think that just doing your own thing is good enough anymore. We can't just be doing our own thing. We need to be actively speaking out for the people who are marginalized and need the support. Because whilst people are busy just minding their own business, doing their own thing, there are people being actively bigoted and attacking and assaulting and making the lives worse of people who can't defend and fight for themselves. So I'm very much of the opinion that just minding your own business and doing your own thing is really not good enough. That's not to say I don't blame people for wanting to, because it's hard. It's not easy to do things and to take an active role in anything. It's tough, especially when you don't know what you're doing because you're not involved most of the time, right? So I don't blame people who don't do anything. I just don't think that we can be complacent and say, oh, well, I'm not doing anything harmful, I'm minding my own business, therefore I'm okay. Like, yes, you are okay, but we need to be doing more. And that's what I have to say about that. So no harm for the people who do just mind their own business and do their own thing. That's fine, I get it. But complacency is not going to help progress the world. That is my yearly wisdom I have bestowed upon you all. I've met my quota. Go your own way. Yep. That is all. You're going to say something related and you reveal something you'd not be allowed to? Oof. I'm not going to push or pressure for or even ask what you're talking about because I feel like that's also the thing that you are saying that you can't say. Just know that I am intrigued but respecting your ability to not say anything. Yep.
After that, they and I had a little falling out.
Gotcha.
And I decided to seal
very fair.
all the fruits of my research, lest the dunder-headed ingrates reap any benefit. Ha. Petty, I know, but gods, it was satisfying.
Correctamundo.
Do mine ears deceive? 'Twas you, was it not, who was so fond of saying that all knowledge exists to advance mankind, that how it is used depends on us.
It is for privacy reasons. So it's not necessarily that I as a person necessarily care, but I also know that it is best that ages don't be talked about because then we could reveal some people being of certain ages that could lead to bad things happening. You know what I mean? You get it. Okay, cool. As long, yeah. Same page.
I don't remember.
I don't remember.
Perhaps.
Mood.
All right, yes. It was a pet phrase of mine. And that should give you a notion of how sick and tired I was of those spineless wretches of the forum. All talk and no trousers, that lot. That's why I decided to remain behind, rather than join the Exodus.
All talk and no trousers, chat.
You may have had your disagreements with my grandfather, but upon that point, your minds were as one.
With respect, Master, the fruits of your research should not be left to spoil. Will you share with us the secrets of the etheric converger?
Mecha, that took me far too much fudging time even when you said it. Like, I know you would have, it would have seemed like I reacted instantly to your second follow-up message, but I'll have you know my brain was in slow motion that whole time, and I've like felt like I counted to 3 before I like fully processed what you meant by no ballroom. Like, the timing from your end was amazing. It was great. I just want you to know that in my mind, the gap between me getting it and like you sending it and me getting it was far longer than it should have been. It was good, Mecha. It was good.
I will. All the information you need is contained in a tome I wrote on the subject. But you'll have to fetch it from the forbidden section of the Great Library.
Why is there always a Great Library in these worlds? And why is it always forbidden? You know what world doesn't have a forbidden section of the Great Library? My D&D world. You know what world does have a forbidden section in a Great Library? My D&D world. I'm making that a thing now. My D&D world has a Great Library and it does have a forbidden section. You're welcome. You're a sleepy guy. Go get some rest, sleepy... I was going to say sleepy guy and sleepy cat, and then I stumbled because I didn't know what to say. So go have a sleepy rest, you sleepy. Library of Congress doesn't allow people to check out one copy of each book. I mean, that makes sense because I want to have it there available, right? That's fair. I understand that. They want to have at least one copy present at all times. Totally fine.
You were not
Or if it's an
exaggerating when you
original.
said that you had sealed it away. Though the city is abandoned, the library's guardians are all but certain to remain. We must needs cut a path through them. Come,
Hell, not able to
let
form
us away.
sentences. Yeah, it's bad like that.
Not so fast. You don't expect that you can just waltz on in now, do you?
Yeah, I sort of do. Go on, Mecha. June participants? Hell yeah, it's Pride Month chat. Or as I like to call it in my stream, Pride Year. My stream is a Pride Day every day location. The weight of your fingers is enough to move the hair trigger, so just resting your hands, hype solid W's. Oh, that's so annoying, actually. I feel that pain. I feel that pain so much. I'm just gonna grab this. Woe is me, Ribbit. Mistress Matoya will have my hide. You are our guest, and yet you would lend me your aid? Oh, thank you, kind adventurer. I am in your debt. Permit me to introduce myself, Ribbit. I am Sayo Rogo, a humble servant of Mistress Matoya. I am tasked with picking leaves from her herb garden, from which I make her tea. Alas, drawn to their medicinal properties, bugs have taken to ravaging the herbs. I attempted to get rid of the pests, but they are too much for a lone Parogo to handle. It would be grateful if you could eliminate them in my stead, Ribbit. Ribbit. But Matoya wanted to speak to us again. I don't know what about. The Great Library's guardian shouldn't pose any difficulty for a hero like you, but if it turns out you aren't up to the task, I know you can't be trusted with something as dangerous as an etheric ram. I'll put a pair of familiars at your disposal. One's a Parogo who'll help you locate the tome. The other's that broom yonder who'll let you into the library. Well, what are you waiting for? Introduce yourself, girl. This broom is just going to TP us, isn't it? This reads like a level 3 quest, not a 58. Listen, we gotta help out Sarah Rogo. Kill his little things that are bugging the town. I agree. You read that as a fun fact, not a statement. You're gonna go say something, but I'm so glad I read it. Wait, what did I read out? Wait, what did you read as a fun fact, not a statement? I'm confused. Good night, cat! Greetings, good madam. I am Broomsy, my lady servant of some 50 years. May I say what an honor it is to serve you? I am given to understand that you wish to enter the great Google Library. To find it, pray head east upon leaving this cave. The building will come into view shortly after you reach the collapsed bridge. I shall go and fetch my fellow familiar on my way to the entrance. When your preparations are in order, pray come and meet me there. It will be my pleasure to unlock the door for you. Smash? Mecha, are you saying you'll smash the fudging broom? Look at him one! Oh, he has weapons and stuff. What the fudge? These are expensive. But I sort of want to see what they look like. They look sort of actually not great. So those were the weapons? No, those weren't the weapons. What am I saying? Good work ethic, well-spoken, quiet, and well-mannered, highly trusted. Smash! Okay. 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 Ooh. It looks so good, but like it is so expensive. I mean, I do have over 2 million gil, and these are only like 15,000. But I don't want to spend money if I don't have to. Although I will buy this orchestron roll. And I will repair every piece of gear I have. 2 million gil is a funny idea. Why? Are you thinking of like literal fish gills? You're thinking of fish gills, aren't you, Mecha? The mil gil. Oh, 2 mil gil. I get it. I was reading it out like length long. You know. Let's pick up some medicinal herb. Oh no, it's an ornfly. Oh shoot, my boy's not out. My battle chicken not here. He's here now though, it's okay. Actually, I'm just realizing, I have no idea what gender Pepite is. Oh, come on, really? I also realize it's taking way too long to kill with my with my mage class, but I'm 2,000 experience is not going to be enough to level. I'm going to change off of this class. You bet Battletech like it that way. If you could have an indeterminate gender, you would. That's so valid. That's so valid. Maybe Pepite wants to be a they. And I should respect their wishes. Though I do believe Pepite actually has a binary gender. What do you call the term given to male or female that is like specific to being male or female? Am I explaining myself well? Probably not. Binary works. Cis is the Latin base. That's the one. Pepite's probably got a cisgender? Well, no, because then that sort of implies to me that they aren't, that just means that they're not trans. Which they probably aren't trans, but that's not the point I'm making. Fudge, I don't know, man. Terminology in this day of age is so complicated. And like it's not a bad thing, I can't keep up. I don't know what it is. I want to get it right, you know? Oh, I'm right. Yeah, I'm right. I'm right about something, chat. I'm right about something. Mom, are you proud of me? Okay, let's go back to our healer. Fudge, it's a level 59 quest. It's not gonna let me do the thingy. I wonder. Actually, I could probably just explore. Cis means identified with the one you assigned at birth. Correct. Which is not the point I was trying to make. Okay, and now, if I continue on this way, they should level me up. I level up really soon. Getting 10,000 experience. I won't level up as soon as I want, actually. I'm like so close to level 59 in this white mage, man. And like, I could do a fate to level, and I probably should do a fate to level up. The problem is, however, the two fates that are closest to me are fudging bosses, and I don't want to do that. I'll just wait until I get flying, and then I'll level it up properly. You stand before the Great Google Library, one of Heideland's foremost repositories of knowledge. Alas, it has fallen into disuse since the Exodus some summers since. In all those years, its halls have welcomed not the coming of a single soul. Its floors felt not the loving brushes of a broom. Mine apologies, madam. Pray no mind to the dreams of a humble broom. You are doubtless eager to venture within and retrieve my lady's tome. I shall unlock the door at once. When you have what you seek, pray return to the cave and report to my lady. A new duty. This is it, chat. It's a new duty. Okay, it's level 59. Meaning we're going to go in with our scholar. Because I feel like our black mage is going to level pretty soon, but I want to level our scholar. And I think healers get like the quickest of fudging. Bam. Okay, now I just got to remember what my skills are. 1 will restore HP of everyone nearby. 3 is my AoE, 1 is my attack, 4 is my quick heal, 5 is damage over time, 2 is energy drain. R should be energy drain because that's the same as what Summoner has. Yes. Sorry, as I'm trying to remember my fudging abilities. Okay, so Cube is an instant. Restores target HP. Fires damage. Ears grants galvanize, so that gives the shield. Tears restores everyone's and gives a shield to everyone. Ruin 2 is just an instant ruin cast, but I'm like, what's the point of it? I guess it's if I'm like moving around, I might want to cast that. Swift cast, Aether Flow. I'm like, no, why would I actually? Ruin is actually useless. It's an instant. It deals damage to potency 160, but Art of War is also instant, and it does 165 to everyone nearby. Art of War is just better than Ruin. Am I ever going to need Ruin 2, like, ever? Does Broil upgrade Ruin 2? Me trying to work out literally anything. Traits, that's what I'm looking at. Potency of Ruin 2. Okay, Broil Mastery does increase Ruin 2. That increases Ruin 2 as well to 200. So, okay, Ruin will eventually become better than Art of War. So I do want to keep it. I think I had this discussion last stream with someone. Like, surely. Because I remember going through this. Whatever. This restores 20% of max MP, so that's good for getting all my MP back. Okay, so designate area in which... Okay, so this is a shield. Big shieldy shield. This is restores everyone's HP. Okay, these cost Aether Flow. That gives Aether Flow... Oh, God. Somebody posted the ideal rotation of something to game chat in Discord. That's for the Dragoon. Not for this class. That's for a different class. This class, I'm just trying to remember what the abilities are. Galvanize effect, cast on self a target member to other nearby. Okay, so essentially I want to get a big crit and then galvanize to everyone. This increases healing magic of all nearby party members while reducing magic damage. So that's a big extra protection. Okay. Okay. I think I'm good to go. Are we ready, friends? Now, this shouldn't take too long because it's a main story mission. I'm queuing as a healer, which are the most, like, needed classes. So what I'm going to do in the meantime, while we wait, is I'm going to go get that... I'm going to get the XP for our White Mage. And hopefully it won't take too long. Fudging, never mind. That was quick as hell. Just let everyone know it's my first time. Are you ready, chat? Are you ready for some godly healing? Some fantastic heals. I got patted! I like the, what's the word? The vibe? The aesthetics? Oh no, the books are coming for me! There is no term by root word binary gender will be man, woman, people who transition to either of those. You know what? And that's fair enough. I feel like that's as it should be, honestly. Every definition of the binary gender includes subjects of belief in only those two genders. You know, that's not as great. That's not great. Because that subtext does not need to, what the fudge is this? Ah, fudge, I used deployment tactics, but I didn't target the person who actually had the fudging thing. Oops. Your Highness? I love that. Oh my god. This slidey. Uh-oh. We did it. We did the fudging thing. The no chance people who fall on the gen scale only want two extremes of the scale triangle. Interesting. I feel like there should be a word for that. Gender extremist sounds cool. Oh my god, I can't believe you're a gender extremist. I don't actually. You know what? That also has negative connotations. I don't know if I like it. There's a lot going on. I don't know if I'm understanding or following it. The natural history room, chat. It's page 64. Chat, we're fighting page 64. Can you copyright a murder technique? No. You can only copyright artistic and literary works. Suffice it to say, a murder technique probably does not fit into that category. So does it be trademarked then? No, a trademark is something that is used as a brand name or like for recognition for something. So you could not trademark that either. Also, I'm pretty sure it has to be captured in some sort of medium to be eligible for copyright protection. Or capturable. Well, I say that, but like opera performances could definitely be copyright protected. No. Patents, you could patent it. I think a patent needs to have some sort of use that like it needs to progress a field or something. Like it has to have some sort of like I forget, I'm not thinking of the word. My brain is not playing along. I'm sorry. But I think it needs to have use. It needs to have some actual like purpose. That's the thing, probably. I'm fudging. I'm not a patent lawyer. Oh, only 2 of the people got outload there. That's unfortunate. There's a lot of bound diary here. Dang it. I'll have to read it later. You design a gun and copyright the blueprint. You would patent a blueprint. You would not. Oh, would you? Could you copyright a blueprint? I don't think you can copyright a blueprint. You can definitely patent it. I think you do a patent for a blueprint. You get a patent on the process and then trademark the company name, and you can copyright the design. It's very confusing, Mecha. It's very confusing. Also, what the fudge is this thing? It's House from Fallout. Oh my god, you're so right. Gun. This is not a gun. This is very much a book. You heard gun? Oh my god, no you didn't. I mean, you did, but like, really? So did I. No gun. Go to bed. Oh my god, I would put this field down right when the fudging attack comes in, wouldn't I? And it's dead. I got an achievement too. I want to see what that achievement is. Oh, I got a lot of stuff. Okay, the achievement I got is... It's not telling me. Here we go. Achieve Arcanist level 60! Oh, shoot! Level 60 up in here! Okay, this is better. I got a card, so we're grabbing that. Place an armory, place an armory. We're just placing all these in armory because they're like much better than what we're already wearing. Okay, I wonder. I can't change because of the duty. Okay. We did it! Hooray! You met this person the other day, and on paper we should be really good friends. We like a ton of the same stuff and believe the same things, but I didn't like their vibe, so I want to hang out with them again, and the idea of that is bothering me. You know what, Mecca? Sometimes people don't vibe, and that doesn't mean anything about whether you're a good or a bad person or anything. Like, it's just sometimes people don't vibe, and that's okay. That's okay. Even if you should be friends on paper or whatever, that's not how real life relationships work, you know? Ooh, we communing with the Heidelin? Give us the crystal. We just have one more crystal to go. Oh my god, it's Frog. Oh my god, it's Frog. Oh, my frog is go.
So this is the tome. Excellent. Let us take it to Master Matoya at once.
We got a whole 1.5 levels from that. Okay, let's swap to our other classes. Okay, recommended gear for White Mage. Scholar is obviously the Scholar. Astrologian, I don't think we got any gear for. Monk, no gear. Whoops. Dragoon, nothing. I feel like because we haven't leveled these people up, they're not gonna get any gear, right? Oh, shoot, this one got something. Because I'm already level 59. Okay, I guess that makes sense. Summoner, bam. Hank, nothing. Warrior, nothing. Maybe Dark Knight? I did get some Dark Knight things. Sweet. Okay. I'm gonna see how much experience I get from killing an enemy. And see if I can math how many enemies I need to kill. $2,000. That's too many enemies. I'm not doing it. I ain't doing it, Chief. I ain't gonna do it. That's a full-length movie. What's a full-length movie? The amount of enemies I have to kill to level up? Really? That's lame. just want to jump the gap. And the game's like, no! I don't know why jumping in this mount is so fun. It just kinda is. Oh, fudge, this is a dead end. Here we are, back at the entrance to the cave. Okay, I'm gonna turn this quest in first, because that's gonna maybe bump us to 60. The bugs no more. Oh, thank you. Not only are you kind, but you're strong as well, Ribbit. Now I can resume my duties again, harvesting and making tea. It is all I'm capable of. That's so sad. I'm a failed creation, you see. Unlike my mistress's other children, I'm incompetent and clumsy. For want of a task I could perform, she bade me serve her tea 7 times daily, but even in this I need assistance. Unless I make myself more useful, it is only a matter of time before my mistress removes my enchantment. Then I would revert to an ordinary toad incapable of speech. Oh no, that's so sad. I must become a better servant, and I believe that I can do so, if only I knew what my mistress desires. Having received their blessing, the brooms here are bound to possess this knowledge. Alas, they refuse to talk to me. As you are our guest, I cannot willfully ignore you, even if they're not entirely cooperative or forthright. Please speak with them and acquire the information I need to survive. That is so sad. I'm not gonna do it, but it's so sad. Take it you found the tome. Let's see it then. Okay, chat. We're gonna progress with the story. You ready? Aye. This is alright. Life or death based on value. Capitalism. It's so bad. I must say, the experience brought back memories. Just like the old days, you still send people into the thick of danger as if it were nothing more than a mundane errand. We were able to accomplish our task thanks to Pero Rogo. He is an eminently capable familiar, a creation worthy of the great Master Matoya, and to simply witness him in action gives me a better understanding of arcane entities. Should the knowledge ever present itself, I would very much like to employ this knowledge. Should the opportunity present itself, I'd like to employ this knowledge for the betterment of mankind, create a new variety of carbuncle, perhaps. Don't get ahead of yourself, boy. Louis Suarez's grandson, I know it'll take another decade under me before you can call yourself a scholar, and a deal more than that to make you a scholar worth. Wow. Matoya's like, Alphino, you're trash. Give me 2 decades, and you'll still be trash, but you'll be worth something. As you may have gathered, Master Matoya is not easily impressed. Indeed, shall we examine the tome, please? I'm so close to leveling. The Dravanian Hinterlands 8th current achievement complete. I can fly like a bird, like an eagle.
I had not thought to behold this tome again.
It's going to turn her into a young woman. She was actually cursed to be old by the book. She's really super young and stuff, you know?
There. It is deciphered. Now your friend should be able to make sense of the contents.
That's it?
That said, it's one thing to understand the workings of the etheric converger, and another to actually make it work. You do realize how much ether is required.
We're all cursed to be cursed. We're all cursed to be old. We're all cursed to be old, it's not too bad. You say that now, but you're not old yet. So how do you know if it's bad or not? From what I've heard of all the old people I've spoken to, is that they have so much time to do things, but their bodies don't let them, and so they miss out on everything. And that's depressing.
Sid is keenly aware of the energy dilemma. His airship is by no means large, and it can only bear a limited quantity of crystals.
If only we had white auracite in the etheric siphon.
Alas, Minfilia is missing along with both artifacts, and Moonbreeder is gone.
No, sad.
Would that there were another ready wellspring of energy for us to draw upon.
Where are you getting at, Ishtola?
Why did it not occur to us before?
Why did not what occur?
We already have what we need. The Eye!
The Dragon Eye?
It has been drawing ether into itself for as long as the Great Worms have lived. It is a veritable wellspring of energy.
It might just suit our needs. But is this energy something that can be harnessed at will?
No.
I believe so.
Okay.
With the aid of the Azure
The
Dragoon
answer's
of
a
Isgard.
yes.
Then it is settled. Let us return to the Holy See at once.
Aren't we wanted there?
Stola, wait.
Oh?
When did the light fade from your eyes?
It must be nice to be wanted. Oh, Mecca.
I might have known that it would not escape your notice. It has been this way since I returned from the life stream. An after effect of the teleportation magic I invoked, most like.
And here is where we would have found out.
They are called forbidden spells for a reason. What were you thinking, girl?
I have no regrets. I but did what was necessary to preserve the light of hope, to keep my promise to Minfilia. Besides, it afforded me the rare opportunity to wander the ether, a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
So what I'm hearing is it's going to have negative consequences going forward.
I need not tell you that it consumes your very life force to see by sensing the ether around you. Take care of yourself. Do you hear me?
I will, Master Matoya. And thank you.
Sus. Y'shtola's gonna die in like 3 days tops. That's what I'm discovering. Thanks to your customary heroic efforts, we possess the knowledge to build an etheric ram. All that remains is to secure its energy source. Let's hasten back to Ishgard and consult Sir Emmerich regarding the eye. I'm actually going to quickly swap to White Mage, and we're going to do a Fate. Well, actually, we're going to unlock parts of the map that haven't been unlocked yet. Now that we can fly, that should not take long at all. And maybe even just doing that, flying around this map, will probably give us enough experience. Actually, I think it will. 11,000? I need to just discover 2 more areas, and then we're golden. So D&D? What do you mean? What's so D&D? Just walking around the map and discovering areas to level up? Might as well swap to Astrologians, fallen behind. Actually, can I White Mage recommended gear? Oh yeah, I can. Yeah, I can. Bum 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 bum. But yeah, what's this so D&D mecha? Do tell. If you start as a commoner, learning 1 armor proficiency, weapon proficiency, spell, feat, or bonus per session about via the learning mechanic or writing, you're afraid it would be too boring. There's a giant shield around here that I can't go into. That's interesting. Learn one arm efficiency, weapon efficiency, spell fee, or bonus per session via the learning mechanic would be too long. Power growth too slow will kill the vibe. I don't have any experience. I could not tell you, I'm sorry. I don't know. I wish I could be of help, but I can't be of any help because I actually just have no idea. If I grab this, will that unlock the whole map? Better. Soon. Oh my god, there's still another bit. Are you kidding me? There we go. Whole realm mapped. Fire starts out knowing how to use every weapon and every armor stuff, and you're hoping by encouraging players to specialize, it will increase the idea of I'm just some random guy who grabbed a spin is doing his best, rather than who I could unlock fireball. So you're actually thinking all the players are just commoners. That's tough, because commoners have abysmal stats. It could be fun for like a session or so to really like show the power levels of the players and just how strong they are as adventurers. Because then they play as a commoner and they have like no abilities, no skills, they get like bodied by enemies. Like, and as a commoner, you will get bodied by enemies. Like you don't have any stats, you got no modifiers, you can't do anything. It makes it very difficult to run an enjoyable game because they can't do stuff, right? Is that making sense? Dark Souls? Yeah, but like, there's a difference between Dark Souls where you learn based on like, you improving as a player. You get better. You can always, right from the start in Dark Souls, you can always kill every boss, like immediately. It's not because of a lack of gear that stops you. It's a lack of skill, learning the enemy attacks, learning enemy movement, that sort of thing, right? It's more so about learning as a player rather than it is about getting better gear. Getting better gear definitely takes... like, definitely is important, right? Like, don't get me wrong. You need better gear to do things in Dark Souls. But it's always, the emphasis is more on, as a player, learning to overcome boss attacks, learning the boss patterns, getting better in your execution of the fight, right? D&D is very much not like that. It's all random chance, dice rolls, stat blocks, predetermined things that you have no control over. And like, yes, you can change your strategy and do better and stuff, but ultimately everything's going to come down to a dice roll. And when you're a commoner that has no stats, no modifiers, no abilities, against monsters that can and will do several damage per hit, especially at low levels, they already do so much damage. But like, to a commoner, it's very tough. That's just my opinion, but like, it's tough, you know? Can it be done? Probably. It wouldn't be easy though. You wouldn't be able to, I don't think you'd be able to use, I don't think you'd be able to use your typical low-level enemies, because they have abilities, they have modifiers, they have the ability to, like, even a low level enemy against, like, if you're talking like a CR 1/4 enemy against a level 1 party member, it can still do like 7 damage in a hit, right? Like, if it rolls well. They still have a +5 to hit for their normal attacks or whatever it is. I don't know. I'm just like thinking randomly. Right? If you were to do a party of commoners against enemies, you'd have to make your own enemies that don't have those abilities. Because even a CR 1/4 enemy might be a fun boss. As in, you fight it a lot, like a party of commoners to fight alone, a CR 1/4 enemy. That or 1/2 or whatever fudging will work. I don't know. I don't have the book in front of me. I don't remember what the stats are, but that could work as a boss. Probably. Not so much as an enemy they'll go up against. You'll probably have to come up with your own monster stats and stuff like that. And then when you're getting into that sort of level of making up your own enemies for these commoners, again, it could work. You could get it to work. But it'll be tough to balance. You know what I mean? D&D is very much not balanced around having no stats and stuff. Playing on the quest will be mostly exploration roleplay, so you train for several sessions to get like 0.5 level, so your first fight is exciting. And again, it could work. You could absolutely get it to work. I'd just be very careful and put a lot of effort into making sure it is balanced, because the game is not made for that low level, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Again, you can do it. Absolutely can do it. But it wouldn't be so easy as to just grab a low CR enemy and put it with the party and give them some spears and call it a day, right? Good luck to you. I believe. Just, I would never do it myself. Because I don't believe in myself. Oh my god, it's not a voice cutscene. Chat, it's not a fudging voice cutscene. Ah, you are returned. So Amric, I'm pleased to see your recovery proceeds apace. May I introduce you Stola, a fellow sign of the Seventh Dawn and Archon of Charlane. My lord, pray excuse me for forgoing due pleasantries, but we seek your counsel regarding the etheric ram. Though we now possess the knowledge to build such a device, we yet lack an appropriate source of energy with which to power it. We believe, however, that Ishgard may possess the solution to our problem. You need not apologize, my lady. Full eager am I to learn of your progress. Please tell me this energy source you believe we progress. Learning mechanic breaks super fast, so the contrast between the early session and even the early mid sessions is going to be wild. Infinite multi-classing, limited by rarity. Ooh. There's a lot to think about there, Mecha. There's a lot to think about. Lots to think about. God, I'm so tiny I barely fit over the table. Are you certain the eye can lend its power to Master Matoya's etheric converger? At Estinian's command, yes. Very well, I shall speak with him. My thanks, Sir Amric. Nay, my friend, 'tis I who should thank you, as should every Ishgardian. You labour in our name with nary care for your own safety. Let's next speak with Sid. He'll be eager to begin work on the etheric ram. Are we not wanted by the people anymore? Did we fudging kick the fudging archbishop out of town? I mean, I know he ran away, but like, surely he still has like guards and footmen and soldiers and stuff. Right? Like, he's not dead. He's still very much around. Actually, hold on. Okay, I can't fast travel to the thing there. Do any of the guards know the Archbishop hates you? Like, surely I think he would have told everyone. Because, like, our whole fudging... We were all wanted or something? I don't know, man. I don't know anymore. I don't know anymore. I'm gonna have to replay the whole fudging campaign, expansion, whatever. I've already made another character to level through. It might have caused too many questions as to why he was even outside the capital. I doubt it. He's literally the Archbishop, Mecha. This is a religion we're talking about. A religion. They don't ask questions of their Archbishop. They just accept. I don't think I need to say anything more about where I was going with that. Ah, you're back. The preliminary work on the Enterprise is more or less finished. Tell me you found a way to build the etheric ram. Greetings, Sid. It has been a while. This tome contains the fruits of my former master's research on a device known as the etheric converger. Our RAM should operate on the self-same principle. You're just gonna read the whole book in front of us? Ah, where are my manners? Put a toy like this in my hand and I go for my own worlds. God, it's good to see you. And bearing a gift besides, a very distracting one, if I might add. If I didn't know any better, I'd think it was my name day. But there will be time for tearful reunions later. I'll make a start in the tome right away. So long as I have a grasp on the fundamentals, I should be able to knock something together, which leaves a small matter of the energy source. We believe we've found a solution to that problem as well. There he is, it's Justinian. Pray forgive our lateness. Just pull the eye out of your fudging pocket. It wasn't glowing before, but it is now. The power of the eye is not to be drawn upon lightly, but I believe we have sufficient cause to do so. So this is the fabled eye. By the 12 it seethes. 'Tis a wonder such power can be contained, much less controlled. Boys, our friends have kindly provided all the ingredients. Let's see if we can't make something of them. I don't know why I decided to give him an accent then. I just did. You heard the chief. We're not resting till the etheric ram is operational. Not one wink of sleep. Poor Wedge. No, chocobo. Also, why do I think Wedge looks like a fudging onion? It's his hair. I know this, but like, that's just mean. Can't go around calling Wedge an onion. Level 60. Bring out your dead. Bring out your dead. I like onions. Onions are great. Now the problem. The problem is... It's not even a problem. But we have... Oh, White Mage still isn't level 60 yet. Okay. Black Mage. Okay, White Mage. I was going to say, the problem is that all of our classes are now too low level to level up from job quests, or they're level 60, they're max level. Max level. Max level for this expansion, and I don't want to level them up more. But then I remembered, my White Mage is not level 60 yet. They can get all the experience. Given the danger of the task that lies before us, I think it only right that we take a moment to bid our friends and allies farewell. Alas, Sid requires my assistance with Master Matoya's rather singular writings. Might I entrust the task of visiting those who remain behind to you? I'm gonna say our goodbyes to everyone. You eat raw garlic? Okay, well, Mecha, I know what you're not. I'm tossing up between two options right now of what I can say. And I feel like revealing either option ruins the joke. If I could reveal them both at the same time, I would, but that's not physically possible. So let's just get the obvious out of the way. You're not a vampire. But you know what else you're not? A good judge of taste. That was it. That was the joke. That was it. That was the joke. I'm glad I ruined it. Would that I could join you in the coming battle, but with my wounds I fear it would only be a burden to you. In consorting with the Asians and availing himself of primal powers, my father made himself an enemy of all that is good and right in the world. Do whatever you must to end his madness. May the Fury watch over you. Oh yeah, I forgot. They ran... That's what we're doing right now. We're chasing them. Thank you, Mecha. Thank you. That is entirely necessary, and I appreciate that I was given the opportunity to have a good joke told at my behest or something. I stopped paying attention to what I was saying, like, quite some time ago. Okay, so if we go here, we go... no, you know what? We'll go around this way. Oh, it's down below anyway. God fudging dang it. Oh! Yeet. Yote. Hilda. Oh, it's Hilda! I love Hilda. I wish Hilda got more screen time. Man. Well, if it ain't my old friend Mamely, off to face the Archbishop and his cronies, is it? I'd love to go and give them a good walloping myself, that snake Charabard especially, but I've got to stay here and keep an eye on things. With the Archbishop gone, some of the poor folk might get in their heads to do something stupid like storming the pillars. But blood won't get us what we want, and I need to be around to remind them of that in case they forget. No need to worry about us anyway. I'll work with Sir Emmerich to preserve the peace. You just concentrate on settling the score with the Archbishop.
I'm gonna pet my bad dragon.
Chibi, hello, Wee, how are you? Hope you're doing well. We're gonna give everyone a walloping. We've hit level 60 on several classes now, Chibi. Some classes are too far behind and I'll have to level them off stream, which sucks. But it is what it is. Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, we got level 60 Scholar, we got level 60 Summoner, same thing. Level 60 Black Mage, level 60 Dark Knight. No, you wanted to smash a magic broom. Tataru's wearing a hat. Why are you wearing that hat, Tataru? I have many questions. So you have to face the Archbishop. Then please be careful and watch over the others, will you? We've lost too many friends as it is. Some may return to us, but I couldn't bear to lose anyone else. I just couldn't. I realize it's asking a lot, but you're the strongest person I know, and I don't think there's anything you can't achieve if you put your mind to it. Whatever else happens, keep everyone safe. Oh, and I absolutely will be. It was gonna sweep you off your feet. Oh my god, Mecha. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm trying to think of what those two classes are. Samurai and Red Mage? Is that right? This is it then? Go well, my friend. I shall pray to the Fury for your preservation. Mayhap you think a stranger daughter of Galamon should pray? I do not blame you. I used to think it passing strange myself. But that all changed when I discovered something dear to me than my own life. Thereafter, praying seemed the most natural thing in the world. Prayers are born of heartfelt faith. In manipulating people's belief for his own twisted ends, the Archbishop makes a mockery of their very existence. It cannot be borne. Lucio is such a great character. Sage and Reaper. Oh, because they unlock at level 70. Okay, right. But remember, Chibi, I'm doing all the classes in expansion order, which means I'm not touching them till I get to Shadowbringers. The next characters I'll be unlocking are Samurai and Red Mage, I think. You're gonna have a cool voice effect, but you won't be able to hear it yourself, and that annoys you. Can you not listen to your, like, input? Although I guess that'd be really distracting, so I don't blame you. Mistress Millie, how good of you to pay me a visit. It feels as if it were only yesterday when we first met here in this chamber. You came to us a fugitive seeking asylum, and now you bear the hopes of our nation upon your shoulders. It's Haushafon's shield! He would not have told you, but when Hashafon begged me to accept you into our household, he described you as hope incarnate. At the time, I assumed he was waxing lyrical, as is his wont, but I've come to see that he simply spoke the truth. Shield is broken, throw it away, it's the last thing we have of him! Shield seems a bit holy. Get the fudge out of here! I'm kidding, that was a great pun, I loved it. You are hope, a shining beacon that shall guide the people of Ishgard through the raging snowstorm. That's canon. That's what he said, exactly how he said it, by the way. A memento. Were my son here, he would have wished to fight at your side in the battle to come. Take care, my friend, and return to us. The big hat makes the cutscene so funny. Hey, you leave my hat alone. It's a great hat. Is the hat big, or am I just tiny? Oh, no wonder it's because... Okay. I could take the hat off, but like, where's the fun in that? I don't look like a mage without the hat. Wide brim hats objectively look better on Lalafell. It's so true. Count Edmond bequeathed to you Lord Harshafon's shield, a noble gesture. We bear the hopes and dreams of full many souls. Let their faith in us be a source of strength and courage as we face our remaining trials. The game will soon be afoot, and Alphino is keen to assemble the players. What's hope enkindled? Work on the Enterprise is nearly complete. Let Y'shtola know to make ready. Complete the main scenario quest, hour of departure. Oh, we're kicking it off, chat. We're about to get into the big end game now. Soon.
Until but recently, the Ashgardians have kept their doors firmly shut to outsiders. But thanks to you, we have found in them stout allies with whom we may fight to secure the future of the realm. Truly, you are the beacon of hope towards which all men are drawn.
Stop it!
Spare us the hyperbole. 'Tis not for praise that we fight.
Okay, sharp Estinian. Y'shtola, you can go back. Don't stop it. I'm sorry, I lied. What are women drawn to? Wait, what?
In light of all we have achieved, I felt it only meet to express my gratitude.
All that we have achieved. Spoken like a true outsider. Until the war is over, we have achieved nothing.
I also love the complete irony here of Y'shtola saying all we have achieved when Y'shtola wasn't even fudging here. You know what Y'shtola has done for us so far this entire expansion? Not die, disappear so we had to save her, and then introduce us to a cranky old lady. Who, yes, sure, did just happen to be the savior that we needed because she's provided the things we need to progress. But we haven't progressed yet? So Y'shtola's done nothing. And I say this with nothing but love for Y'shtola. She's great and I love her. But, like, come on. You know? Like, all we have achieved, you weren't even here for 90% of the expansion.
The coming battle is a chance to excise the root of this conflict, and by my hand it shall be done. Then you may speak of achievement.
'Twas not mine intent to make light of your struggle. If I have given offense, then I apologize. But if I may speak freely, you would do well to be wary of the eye. Even now, it burns with insatiable hatred, watching unblinking for a sign of weakness. Should you falter for so much as a moment, it will surely consume you.
Foreshadowing? That feels like foreshadowing? Like heavy foreshadowing. We're gonna have to fight Estinian. Don't tell me if I'm true. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Your learning system won't have spell slots, so you're going to introduce spell dice like hit dice. Ooh, good luck with that. Good luck with that.
Save your concern. I will consume the eye ere I let it consume me.
He's absolutely going to get consumed by the eye. We're going to lose the Azure Dragoon. Urion J, I forgot you existed.
"12 be praised. Thou hast not yet set forth.
Oh no, has he come to bring a warning?
Cross sand and snow have I journeyed, that I might deliver this gift unto thee."
What is that? Should I know what that is? Major portions of the campaign will be long-term dungeon crawls, so having limited ability to regain spell slots until you leave will be a fun mechanic. Oh, I see what you mean, Mecha. I see what you mean.
White aura sight. But whence did it come?
To mine amazement, it lay hid amongst Moonbreeder's last effects. 'Twas but blind chance or providence that I did hap to spy it. Let no man claim that my late friend Eyre erred for lack of foresight.
Wait, what happened to Moonbreeder? Wait, who was... Hold on, I need to Google who Moonbreeder was. Moonbreeder. Oh yeah, she was killed, wasn't she? Yeah, she got murderized. That's right. Spoilers, it happened in the past. It's okay. I remember because they were in the room and then like the things got attacked and she jumped in front to save and then she died and it was very sad.
In the place whither thou goest, servants of darkness do lie in wait. Pray, give unto me thy pledge that thou wilt strike them down and avenge our
See,
fallen
again,
comrade.
this is why I've made a new character, so I can go through the story again, because I've forgotten, like, all of it. She got a Jarnied. What does that mean? What does that mean? What does it mean to get mead? And I don't mean that mead. I'm not saying the word so we don't summon. You know? I don't know when I get a Jarnied. I don't have a clue. That thing is the size of our head. Well, why does that guy have 2 pairs of goggles? So the pair he's wearing are obviously the welding goggles. You know, the welding goggles that don't do anything. No, those look like pilot's goggles. That, oh fudge, I don't mean to talk to him. The goggles on his head, that's for seeing magic and stuff. I'm glad I could answer your questions with nothing but the most in-depth, detailed explanation. Let us go, Mimely, as this Lara waits. I'm sorry, does Aziz Lara wait or not, game? Game crashes, stream dies, everyone cries, the end.
Ah, excellent timing. We've just finished our work on the Enterprise. She's so much improved, I've decided to give her a new name to suit.
No, you don't just go renaming a ship that you've had for ages just because you upgraded a little.
The Enterprise Excelsior. Or simply the Excelsior if pressed for time.
Who gets to be Picard? You want to be Data? These are Star Trek characters, aren't they? I mean, I know Picard is.
She'll carry Eorzea's protectors into battle. All aboard!
Choo-choo! Why does Azizla sound like coleslaw?
With prayers for your safety and success.
Oh, because it's the Enterprise. I get it, Mecha. Why does Azizla sound like coleslaw? Because your ears aren't working.
Yet know that wheresoever you may go, my son's spirit goes
you're hungry.
with you.
So
May
am
the
I.
fury grant you strength.
I'm actually a little hungry too. I don't know how much longer I'll be streaming for. A little bit longer, but I don't know how long.
Return to us, all of you.
No, everyone came to see us off after I already went to see them off. And why is Tartaru back in her normal clothes? I'm so confused.
Enterprise Excelsior. Engage.
That was a really lame line, Sid. You should be ashamed of yourself. Wait. D4 to D6, D8, D10, D12, and then D20. Let the nerd be nerdy about his ship. Okay, I'm sorry, Chibi. I'll let the nerd be nerdy about the ship. Where are your D24, D16, and D18? Where's your D14? Oh, you meant D14, not 24.
This is it. Get ready.
I realize the typo now. I was like, why do you want a D24? And you've missed a D14. That makes no sense. Oh.
Eye of mine enemy, render unto me thy power.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
No, you will not claim me. I am the master.
Oh no. Maybe your stream is being laggy? I haven't noticed anything myself. Smash.
We're through.
Uh-oh. What's up? Is there no air? Oh, no, there's just a giant ship underneath us. He said master, but his lips never touched him. Oh, okay. It's probably due to translation from Japanese to English. Oh no, it's Ganondorf. So true, so true. Yeah, it's Square Enix, so it was made in Japan. So they could just have not done different animations.
We've got an Imperial battleship on our tail, and it's bleeding massive.
Either that or they did that just looked like generic talky talk. Like, so maybe they just didn't lip sync. They probably just have generic talking animations for just move the mouth. Which, to be fair, a lot of MMOs do.
The bastards were waiting for us to open the door for them.
Yeah, this is just generic talking animation, I think.
I'm gonna try to shake them. Hang on to something.
No, we had a tiny hole. We burst through the tiny hole, and then that tiny hole weakened the entire structure, so the whole shield fell apart. The whole shield's gone. The whole thing. Also, I love how he calls out for Tataru. Is he in love? Does Wedge love Tataru? Yeah, you missed it. Yeah, there was an animation where the whole shield fell.
She won't take much more of this.
Uh-ohs.
The time has come to use Hydaelyn's gift.
Sorry, what? A sale?
Much blood has been spilled in my name. And for what? For a false cause that I created for want of the warmth of companionship.
A sale just has fudging...
Pray, Svelga. Pray forgive this fool. But even now, I cannot let go of my dream. My dream of a tomorrow in which no child need freeze alone in the snow.
Almost forgot she exists? You forgot? Lady Iceheart, Ashael herself? You forgot she existed? I love her. Not like in a weird way, for clarity. I wonder how big Svelga is to that massive airship. Like, he doesn't look that big, but I want to see how big he is compared to the airship. Never mind, he's just playing the drop-off. He's just transport.
Thank you, Racevelga.
She's just floating.
Is that Azelle?
It's Azelle? Her name is pronounced Azelle?
Oh, goddess, born of mine own hopes and dreams. For the last time, I beseech
Is she gonna become Shiva?
fill this vessel with your light. Still the hatred within our hearts and bless us with eternal grace.
Oh, that's so cool, though. That's so cool. Did she just reflect the bullets with ice? What is she doing now? I'm captivated, chat. Oh my god, it's Superman woman. Superman woman. Why is it going so slow? I feel like that definitely should have gone faster. Also, I think she just sacrificed her life. She's so dead. Oh no. We've lost another one, chat. Oh, she's not surviving that.
Farewell, warrior of light. And thank you for showing me the way.
Iselle.
No!
Oh, she's gone.
This ether. It was a crystal of light. She, too, was one of Heidelin's chosen.
Character gets Ajani'd? Does Ajani just mean dies? Gets killed? She was one of Heidelin's chosen. I mean, we knew, but like now we know. She gave her life for me.
Fare you well, my lady.
Well. Well. I don't know about you, but I'm glad to be back on solid ground, even if said ground is floating in the sky. When that Imperial battleship appeared, I thought we were finished, and we would have been had her friend not arrived when she did. Love grant her mercy. Brief though our time together was, Iselle was a true friend, a gentle soul who fought for her beliefs. See, she would have made a fine scion. What is a scion but one who fights for our cause? Our hopes survive thanks to her sacrifice. Let that be enough. Give her the honor of being a scion in death. Yet I cannot help but wonder, how came she to know of our presence here? Hydaelyn would have told her. Absolutely. Hydaelyn grants fudging visions, Y'shtola. From Horace Velgar, I would wager. He will have felt my channeling of the Eye's power, or that. It would seem they were able to make peace with one another in the end. She gave her life because she believed in us. We owe it to her to see our mission through. See that dome-like structure further in? Let's make our way there. Crossover event with Warframe? When did Warframe get released? That's my question. Oh shoot, this is a... Holy shoot, this is a whole fudging zone! My goodness. Oh my god. So this is over here. Cooper, hello, Weeboo, how are you? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Heavensward maps are huge. They really are, though. Like, fudging, which one was it? Sea of Clouds? Oh, I still haven't explored this whole map because, like, I don't want to. It's just too big. You know? Well. The Isle Sentinels don't seem to frequent this area. We should be safe here. Let's talk strategy, shall we? Aether Currents. Are there Aether Currents for this area too? What's the Aether Current for? I guess I'll find out. First of all, in the interest of efficiency, I suggest we make this place our base camp. We can coordinate the search for the Archbishop from here. I have no objections. Now that we stand upon Azizlar, I'm struck by the vastness of the Isle. We must needs be methodical if we're to find our quarry. Now, unless I'm mistaken, there's used to be an airship landing, and a major one at that. From what I know of Allegan design, there should be a terminal nearby that's linked to the Isle's operational heart. If we can find such a terminal, we should be able to learn something of the Archbishop's whereabouts. Let's split up and look for it. I have a feeling we're about to come to a part where I'm gonna like have to stop stream to like come back next time. Like that part's gonna like come soon. It has to. Whether it be a dungeon or just a big story event moment. The Empire borrowed most of its technology from Allegan relics. If we can find the terminal, I reckon we can operate it. I dare say this landing could accommodate even a Ragnarok-class vessel. Remarkable. It does look very nice. Machines are beyond my ken. I shall leave it to the others to find this terminal. Of more concern to me are the dragons I sense nearby. Of course you'd sense dragons nearby. Nothing? There's just this terminal then, but it doesn't respond to anything I do. Any bright ideas, Wedge? Wedge? Was he just a moment ago? Don't tell me he's wandered off. Sorry, Memely, can you help me search for him? Absent-minded as he is, I worry he's strayed beyond the landing area and made friends with local sentinels. I have a feeling he got sucked into the terminal. Oh my god, he's all the way up there. Wedge, what are you doing? Plot twist, Wedge hasn't made friends with anyone. He's just been kidnapped. Why am I running instead of mounted? Like, come on. Come on, me. Wedge. Oh, Wedge. Wedge. Oh, Wedge. Ow. Wedge, you alright? I'm fine, Chief. I just tripped, that's all. What is that? Full of a Lalafell. What were you thinking coming here on your own? Death by overwork is one thing, death by stupidity quite another. I'm sorry, Chief, but I think I found something. What is this, the wreck of a Sentinel? This is no wreck, Chief. She's still operational. Don't kick the... Okay. See? That could be a murderous thing. You don't know. Initiating. Performing diagnostics. Diagnostics complete. To proceed, please agree to the terms and conditions of use. This is where I shine, chat. Do I agree? Can you please present to me the terms and conditions of your use? See you, Mecha. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you. You have fun with your D&D ideas. They were great. They were great. And I hope you figure it all out. You'll get some rest. Thank you. To register as a user, please state your name. I'm Wedge, and that there is Mimily. Good. User registration complete. Welcome to Azizla, Master Wedge and Mistress Mimily. I was really hoping it would say, welcome to Azizla, Wedge, and that over there is Mimily. I'm Guidance Node GLI. Glee. G-Lee. Well, Wedge didn't say he accepted the terms and conditions. He just said his name. I'm the one who accepted the terms and conditions. This isn't quite what I had in mind, but it might just serve. Wedge, bring the node this way, would you? There's something I'd like to try. After this cutscene, I might call it a stream. Because it is getting late, and I do need to get some sleep, and I don't know if I'm going to hit like a really long gameplay bit coming up soon, so... Node, I need a style support in the facility. Gilly, you have to do what the chief says. Yes, that's it. Good girl. Are we just deciding it's a girl now? Here we are. Not much of note. It appears someone recently reactivated Helix, which is this area. Reactivated, you say? By the Archbishop, I'd wager. I dare say he woke the place up when he used the Vanu's key. Are there any other people in the facility? If so, where? Let's see here. On the flagship, that's the central aisle, I'm seeing positive readings within the Aetherochemical Research Facility in the fractal continuum. What do we have here? Intruders detected in Gamma Quadrant. Defense system engaged. Our Imperial friends, I suspect. I hope they enjoy the defense system, but what of the Archbishop and his cronies? What might offer an indication? How about this? Which area is currently consuming the most energy? Somewhere called Triad Control inside the research facility. Sounds about right. What manner of place is that? It is, and I quote, a regulation facility for the warring Triad test subjects. And that's all it says. The rest of the information is only accessible to users with consular privileges. I mislike the sound of this, which leads me to believe it is indeed the place. I'm inclined to agree with you, Stola. Whatever it is the Archbishop seeks, it is like to be there. Gonna be bad, chat. Sells it, let's find a way to cross over the flagship. Oh, don't look at me. He looked right into my eyes. Let's grab the critical hit. No, let's grab the piety because it's the only yellow one. That really is my reasoning. Can't fly. Dang. Is it gonna pop up here? As is 5 quests. Okay, so 4 more quests will give me flying. This is also gonna give me flying. There's some other nodes around here that do some other side questy things, probably. But I'm gonna call it a stream here because I am going to get ready for bed and all that sort of good stuff. But thank you everybody for watching the stream. I hope you all enjoyed. I'm not gonna raid anyone tonight because I'm too tired for that. That was the wrong, I'm pressing all the wrong buttons. Alright, I'm gonna put the, is that piety? God dang it, I already have so many pieties. I should have picked the red one. God dang it. I'm gonna head out though. Thank you everyone for watching the stream. I hope you enjoyed. Wait, actually, what level is this next time? Level 59, okay. So I can still do it on my white mage. Have yourselves a fantastic time, everyone. Thank you for being here. I'll be back on Thursday because tomorrow is my day off of streaming and I'll do my own thing. So, see you on Thursday. If not, then I'll see you when I see you. Have fun. Goodbye. Don't die or I will cry because I'm a crybaby.